The Rip launched on Netflix earlier this year and immediately grabbed the attention because of its gritty crime thriller style and reunion with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, the buddy buddies. The movie follows a team of narcotic officers who discover millions of dollars hidden during a drug bust, but instead of turning the money in, the story spirals into corruption, betrayal, greed, and internal chaos. Now, here's where things get complicated. At the beginning of the movie, there's a disclaimer saying the film was inspired by true events, right? Just like everything else in Hollywood. And according to writer director Joe Carnahan, the inspiration came directly from the infamous 2016 Miami least narcotics raid. The real life operations results in police seizing more than $24 million in laundering cash, reportedly the largest money forfeiture in Miami-Dade history. But while the movie turns that premise into a dark crime thriller involvement allegedly corrupt officers, Miami police says that part is completely fictional and deeply damaging. I mean, it is what it is, right? I get this point. But anyhow, back in 2016, Miami-Dade narcotics detectives carried out a massive operations in Miami's lakes targeting money laundering tied to drug trafficker organizations. Authorities uncovered hidden cash connected to criminal activity, eventually seizing more than 24 millions of dollars. The bust became national news because of the sheer amount of money recovered, but according to the officers involved, the operation was legitimate and successful, not some story about cops stealing money. That's why the lawsuit matters. The officers claim the RIP takes a real event tied to a real investigation and transforms it into a fictional narrative, suggesting law enforcement officers were corrupt. And because the movie openly markets itself as being based on real events, they argue audiences could assume the corruption shown in the film actually happened. That's the core issue. I'm just saying, a lot of people, yeah, will believe that. And I mean, common sense would, in my opinion. But according to reports, the lawsuit targets artists' equity. The production company founded by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. The officers reportedly believe the firm falsely portrayed members of the Miami-Dade Police Department as dirty cops involved in a criminal behavior. And legally, this becomes a battle over defamation and fictionalization. Hollywood often uses phrases based on true events. Based on true events. But much can but how much can filmmakers change before it becomes misleading? That's the question at the center of this controversy, because while filmmakers argue artistic freedom allows them to dramatize events, critics say using real location, real operation, real recognizable historical incidents can blur the line between fiction and reality, especially for viewers who may not research the true story afterwards. And this isn't the first time Hollywood has faced backlash over true crime storytelling. No, it hasn't. Happened multiple times, but sometimes when the story gets online, it might have some truth to it. I'm just saying. Over the last few years, audiences have become obsessed with true crime movies and streaming dramas. That is true. They're actually very enjoyable. Coming from a former cop, studios know that adding inspired true events instantly grabs attention, but controversies have followed. We've seen lawsuits and public backlash involve dramatized Netflix crime series, biopics accused of changing facts, real people claiming they were unfairly portrayed. The challenge is balancing entertainment and responsibility. So they say. A movie like Rip or The Rip wants the intensity of the fictional thriller while also benefiting from the authenticity of real world events. But when real law enforcement officers believe their reputations are being damaged, things can escalate quickly. Maybe. And because streaming movies reach global audiences instantly, the impact is bigger than ever before. Millions of viewers could walk away believing the parts of the fictional story actually happened. True, that is true. That's exactly what the plaintiffs appears to be arguing. And they might be right in what they're saying. But again, if they're saying, you got to watch the movie, guys. You got to watch the movie. The lawsuit could become a serious test for Netflix and artist equity. Artist Equity has was launched by Damon and Affleck as creator-focused studio meant to give filmmakers more control and fairer profit participation. And The Rip was one of the company's major projects. Great movie, by the way. I saw it. Great movie. If the case gains traction, it could force studios to become more careful about how they market true story films. We could eventually see stronger disclaimers, more legal reviews during production, greater separation between real events and fictional events. Or the lawsuit could fail and courts decide the movie is clearly fictionalized enough to qualify as a protected artistic expression, which I hope that's what happens. Either way, the controversy is bringing massive attention to the film. And honestly, that attention may end up boosting viewership on Netflix. I think it's going to happen because now people want to see exactly what sparked this backlash. So you just gave promotion to the movie, you gave promotion to Netflix because your ego was hurt. Think, guys, come on, man. I mean, seriously. The controversy around The Rip highlights a bigger issue in modern entertainment. Audiences love realism, studios love true stories, but real people can be affected when fiction and reality become difficult to separate. Yeah, I could believe that. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck probably expected conversations about the movie's performance and storytelling, but not the legal battle tied to one of Miami's biggest police officers' operations ever. Now, the question becomes, did the rip go too far? I don't think they did. Or is this simply another example of Hollywood exercising creative freedom? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Should movies based on true events have stricter rules, or should filmmakers be allowed to dramatize stories however they want? Happens all the time. If you enjoyed this breakdown, this video, this direct, by the way, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But if you like this video, hit that like. Hit the subscribe. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike, but let me know why you don't like it. But still, subscribe. Help me out. Talk to you guys later.